Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're doing another Altered unboxing today, and of course we have the handy dandy scale there, right, to ready for some packs. And I'd like to try to confirm, or as close as I can to confirm, some of the theories from the end of the video. So obviously it would be amazing if we get a golden booster here, and the theory is that a golden booster will weigh the same as our mana convergence packs, our heavier packs. And the lighter packs will not actually contain won't be a golden booster because they have all white backed cards, none of the dark blue back cards, which gives us that slight discrepancy, but it's enough of a discrepancy to let us figure out where all of our mana convergence sit and our tokens and foilers sit. So we'll see. Obviously, if we get a middle of the road pack, that's probably one of our token slash foiler packs with a unique alt art. And if we find something that's super heavy, that's completely outside of the realm, it's either going to be a golden booster. I don't think so, but it's possible, or it's a unique alt art with a mana in that 14th slot. And real quick, let's just pull that up again because I do have it here. These are the slots that we're working with. So in a normal pack, we will always have guaranteed one foil. In some packs, very rarely, 1.84% of the time, we will have a unique alt art foil. So a unique that is one of the 12 alternate arts in the Kickstarter, and it will be foiled. So that adds a little bit of weight. And then we have that 13th slot, which is really the 14th slot. But that last slot has a token, mana, or foiler in it. The tokens and the foilers weigh the same, but the mana weighs more. So that kind of gives us, it lets us know where our tokens and our foilers are. And for some people, maybe they want to open all the packs that are tokens and foilers and they want to dump all the rest because they don't want mana. So it doesn't feel great to know that we can probably weigh these packs to some extent. However, again, as I said, uniques aren't just going to be in our heavier packs. They're going to be everywhere. And uniques really are unique. They are a one in the entire world. And missing out on that opportunity is probably not worth it for a lot of people. But as always, be wary when you're buying singles online. Make sure you're buying from trusted sellers. Obviously, if you're in person at a local game store, make sure it's a local game store you trust, the people who run it, things like that. So, with the disclaimer out of the way, all that rambling aside, let's actually get into opening our second Kickstarter booster. And let's get to weighing. 26.3. So it seems like we might be consistent across boxes here. 26.3 maybe. We'll start two piles like we did yesterday. 26.2. 26.07. All right, 1 second. That's very light. Seems very strange. Hmm. Let's check one of these other ones again. 26.23. Okay. Hmm. 26.14. A little bit lighter than yesterday. 26.17. 26.12. 26.21. 26.54. Okay, that's our heavier packs there. 26.47. All right. 26.46. 26.14. 26.61. 26.29. 26.25. 26.22. 26.18. 26.26. We might actually check our lighter packs, like the lightest ones, the ones that are like below zero point 0.1, like 26.1. Because we had that, what, 26.09? Kind of threw me off a little bit. 17. It's all kind of down there. 0.44. So this is around what our unique alt art weighed. So let's actually throw this here. 26.10. Very, very light. 26.22. 26.23. 26.18. 26.54. 26.20. These three piles are kind of all a mix of each other at this point. 1.4. 1.7. Yeah, we'll just kind of throw that together. 3.9. That's kind of an awkward one as well. 1.9. 26.23. My camera's kind of freaking out a little bit. 6.21. 26.56. 26.24. And 26.26. Very low weights here. These were our middle of the, or not middle of the road, but like our, we're pretty sure mana conversions. And then we have these two, which are kind of awkward. This one sat at a cool 3.7, so a little bit on the higher side, the heavier side. And this one was the 4.4, I guess. Yeah, thereabouts. The scale isn't like super precise, but it's good enough to get us like in the 0.1 range. We'll grab these two, which again are the lighter ones here. One more time. This one here is 0.9, and this one here is 0.8. So let's start with the lightest one. Just see what we've got. Oh, it is a normal blue back card. We'll take a look, see what we've got. It's a mana convergence. Or no, it's a maw, sorry. It's a maw. All right. We'll do our trick. Normal hero here, nothing crazy. Common Quetzalcoatl. Sorry, common Conjuring Seal. Amale is Garthan, Outcast. Kitsune. Anansi. Chiron. Axiom Reprocessor. Izmir Stargazer. Kelon Elemental Rare, so we have 4 rares here. Let's scooch this over. Kaibara as Garthan Leviathan. Lyra Festival. And finally, just a rare Beauty Sleep. Nothing crazy there. I don't think the lighter packs are going to do anything for us, but we'll try this one as well. Throw that there. I did notice that this is upside down. Let's just fix that real quick. We do get ourselves a rare foiler. Start off with a Nevenken Blotch. Spycraft. Anubis, one of our alternate arts. Meditation Training. Martingale. Son of Yggdrasil. Colonic Generator. Sun Wukong. Our first rare, so we have 5 rares in this one. Tiny Jin. Dracana. Anubis, again, the alternate art. Monolith Archivist, which is out of faction from Ortis. And finally, we get a unique Isatok. So it's a 6/6, 3/2/3. Your other expedition, the one I'm not in, and the expedition facing it can't move forward. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, you may send target character to reserve. And if I discard it for some reason, then I will create an Ortis Recruit 1/1/1 soldier in my hero expedition. It's a quite, I think is quite interesting, unique, especially since the other from my other box, two of the six uniques I got were an Ortis. So this could be an interesting addition to that set there. But we'll just kind of throw that down there. As you can see, like I said, we're getting these uniques in these lower weight packs as well. So trying to weight these again is questionable. To be fair, I think it's questionable really in any TCG, especially if you're going to sell back those weighted packs. I don't know. That's a that's a topic for another video there. But this is the cool 26.41, and I think the other one was the 4.4 thereabouts, the 4.4. Oh, this was actually slightly lighter. So we'll start with this one. Again, the scale is not 100% accurate here, but we'll start with this lighter one here and see what we pull. And then we'll move to our heavy packs, which are almost certainly mana convergence. So we start off with a brass bug, then do our trick. A Keshantaru. Isatok, which we just got as our unique. Banishing Gate. Kodama, one of our alternate arts for the Kickstarter. Twinkle Twinkle. Coniferal Cone Man. Physical Training. Healing Elemental. It feels like we're getting towards the end of our pack here. Yeah, 5 more cards. Not a rare. Kadigaran Mage Dancer. Rare. It is a rare Haven Bravos Bastion. I think we actually got the alt, or the out of faction version, but I can't quite remember. Cloth Cocoon. Flamel. And finally, it is a Bravos Tracer unique alt art foil. You can see the tinge. All right, so we predicted that these two packs here probably had alt art foils. We found one. Let's see if we actually got two in this display. But quite exciting. I'm glad that I'm getting a different unique alt art here. So Bravos Tracer, this is a 2/3. It's a 1/2/2. I gain fleeting, which is the standard with the Bravos Tracer. And when another character joins your expeditions, target character in your other expedition, the one I'm not in, gains 2 boosts. That seems pretty powerful as well. But it's all relative. We do have, okay, this was our 3, what was it? Our, sorry, let's just weigh it real quick. Our 4 something, our 4/1. If this is not a mana convergence and this is actually a unique foiler, then we've got a huge problem here. A huge problem. So obviously I'd love it to be a unique foiler, but at the same time I hope it's not. And all right, it is just a mana convergence. So it seems like this one is just a little bit maybe it's a little off cut. I can't tell. It looks like the black border here is a bit smaller than the black border on this side, but this is just a plain old mana convergence. So nothing to write home about. It's weird that it's on the lighter side though, so we'll see what's going on with that. I think that means that there's nothing special there. But within these two packs, saying one of them or both of them is going to be an alt art foil, we did manage to get it. Again, we need more data here to know for sure, but that's that feels like a pretty solid thing that I was able to pick out the unique alt art foil from this box here. So we got Conjuring Seal, kind of skipped through that there. Kodama. Lyra Festival. Mana Reaping. Tomagozin. Keelon Burst. Haven Bouncer. Coming towards the end there. Thoth. All right, 4. Is this a rare? No. Kawata Dissenter. So now we have our guaranteed rare. Muna Druid, obviously coming from Muna into Axiom here. Meditation Training. And then finally, a normal rare Amelia Earhart. So again, is it 100% conclusive? No, we need more data, but it's quite interesting that again we were able to pick that out. But we'll continue through. We'll continue through this. If this is all you were here for, then there you go, you got your answer. Otherwise, let's continue through this and see if any of these mana convergence are golden boosters. So let's see what this one weighs. 5/5. It is a white back. Yep, just a normal mana convergence. Struggling just a little bit with that one there. So we start off with Lindway and Ma. Then we have a Baba Yaga. Again, this is our alt art, or an alt art. Kitsune. Mind Apotheosis. Daughter of Yggdrasil. Kelon Cylinder. Mana Eruption. Alright, let's see. Axiom Salvager. Now, chance for a rare. It's just a common Celebration Day. And we have our first rare, Kappa. So that is 4 guaranteed rares, or rares are better, as I like to say. Foundry Axiom Bastion. Ogun, out of faction, a shift rare from Axiom. And then finally, just a normal rare, the Monolith Ortis Bastion. Way. 0.55. Again, if this is not a mana convergence, I'd be probably a bit confused. It was interesting that that one mana convergence was a little bit, weighed a little bit less, but let's take a look. Yep, just a normal mana convergence here. Aryun and Spike. Then we have Ortis Carrier, Baba's Isba, Aloe Vera, Mind Apotheosis, Sun Wukong, Capellia, Haven Bravos Bastion, Kuwat the Dissenter. All right, coming up near the end there, we do get a rare, the Foundry Axiom Bastion, which I think was one of our last rares there for in faction for Axiom, and now we have the out of faction in Bravos. Lyra Thespian, which is out of faction from, you guessed it, Lyra. Conjuring Seal, and finally, we get ourselves a unique Izmir Stargazer. So it's a 2/2 0/1/1. When I'm sacrificed, you may return a spell from your reserve to hand. When you play a spell, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, I gain 2 boosts. Interesting. I'm gonna be honest, I'm personally not a big Izmir person, so I don't know how exactly I would go about playing with that, but like I said, interesting nonetheless. I'm sure someone out there would find a use for that card. Since a little bit heavier than the rest, just ever so slightly. 2.6 or 26.61. All right. Guys, okay, are golden boosters weigh the same as mana convergence? I think, oh my goodness, 1 second. 1 second. Am I crazy here? Is this another? It's 1. Oh my gosh. I just got a golden booster. All right. So I wasn't sure how conclusive this video was going to be here, but it's amazing. I'm really happy. but I'm also very, I guess, concerned. Don't buy singles. If you're going to buy again from local game stores you trust, buy from online sellers you trust, but even then be wary. Buy boxes. Honestly, just buy boxes because otherwise, oh my goodness, look at that. I should have done my little card trick, thrown this to the bottom because I knew that we would have one alt art foil in this, but take a look. It is Shenlong. It is the Shenlong, if we slowly but surely work our way over here, from the actual booster pack. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So beautiful. Even if I never use this card, I really love this unique. So obviously here a unique Shenlong, 5/5. It's a 6/5/5. I have tough one. If you have three or more base statistics of 0, because this is in Lyra, so makes sense, among characters you control, you may send to reserve target character with hand cost 4 or more. And the next character you play this turn gains 1 boost. Nothing to write home about, but it is nice that we got that alt art. And we expect 9 more here. So let's see. We got the Council, Bravos, 3/5 in 3/5 4/4/4. So when played from anywhere, the hand play and the from reserve triggers of characters facing me don't activate. And when I play this from reserve, you may pay 1. If you do, up to 2 target characters each gain 1 boost. Quite interesting as a Bravos um, unique here. It's obviously, again, unique out of faction because normally these bureaucrat cards, especially if you couldn't tell from the blue in the background, these guys um, are from Ortis. All right, our next one, Quetzalcoatl, which is normally in Ortis, but is now in Muna here. So a 4/4, and then it's a 4/4/5. You may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, plants you control other than me gain 1 boost. Okay, and when an opponent draws 1 or more cards or does resupply, up to 1 target character gains fleeting. Really interesting. Kind of similar to the normal ability, I'm pretty sure. Then we have Kadigaran Mage Dancer. So this is a 2/1/0/1/0 in Izmir. You may pay 1 mana. If you do, you may return a spell from your reserve to your hand. When you play a spell, I gain 1 boost. And then if you discard it, the next spell you play this afternoon costs 1 mana less. A Moonlight Jellyfish, also in Izmir here, a 3/3. It's a 0/1/1. You may sacrifice me. If you do, you may discard target permanent. When I'm sacrificed, if I'm not fleeting, put me in reserve. When I leave the expedition zone, you may pay 1. If you do, you may discard target permanent. Interesting. I haven't really figured out Izmir. I don't know if that's something I would want to play with, but again, interesting nonetheless. It's just the fact that we just pulled a golden booster here is just I'm going crazy, but it's a 2/2 Ortis Attorney, another bureaucrat, normally from Ortis. So again, another Izmir. It seems like this golden booster is very Izmir heavy. It's a 1/2/2. When my expedition fails to move forward during dusk, after rest, draw a card. I kind of like that one. Up to 1 target character gains fleeting if I discard it from reserve. Then we've got Son of Yggdrasil. It's a 6/6 5/4/4. I have Gigantic, and then at dusk you may pay 1 if you do Sabotage. All right, our last few here, Verdant Back, 5/4/4. This is Ortis, but it comes from Muna. So we have a few interesting Ortis uniques. This is a 4/4/4. If you have less than 8 mana orbs, I have Defender. So if my understanding is correct, Defender is my expedition and the one facing me. Oh no, sorry. My expedition can't move forward, I think is what it is. So if you have less than 8 mana orbs, whatever expedition you put this Verdant back in cannot move forward. But because it's so powerful, a 4/4/4, it blocks your opponent from moving forward. So you can't move forward using it, but if you block your opponent, then they can't move forward either. Though, if they do beat your stats, they do get to move forward, if I recall correctly. Then, if you play it from hand, if you control 1 or more landmarks, create 2 Ortis Recruit, 1/1/1 soldier tokens in each of your expeditions. So, 2 Ortis Recruit soldiers in each of your expeditions. it's like that's almost worth it for that card there. But our last two uniques here of the pack, Dracana 3/2. It is normally from Muna. There we go. It's a 0/1/2. When you play it from hand, I gain anchored. At noon, if I have two or more boosts, characters you control gain one boost. All right, so you boost this guy. He has anchored. At noon, if I have two or more boost, characters you control gain one boost. But that requires a lot, because it's an at noon trigger, that requires a lot of things that you have to already exist on the board when noon comes around. I don't know how good that is, but it could be interesting. And our final unique of the pack is Parvati, 3/2 in Muna. It is a 2/0/3, and you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, target character gains anchored. And then when you play, so that was when you play from hand. When you play from reserve, you may pay one mana. If you do, target character gains one boost. I didn't know if it was gonna happen, but I got a golden booster here. I'm gonna keep going through these packs, but that is truly the again, we need more data. It'd be great if I get more golden boosters to test it, but golden boosters seem to weigh the same, and it makes sense because it's all white backed cards, weigh the same as a mana convergence, and you can usually suss out where your unique alt art foils are, especially if they come with a blue backed token, like a dark blue backed token, um, because they'll be just slightly higher than the rest. So in this box so far, which I don't think we'll get any more, but so far we got two unique alt art foils. Though if we manage to pull another golden booster here, that would be quite insane. I don't know if it's actually possible. I highly doubt it is. Oh, this was a 4 something. Hmm. This was a 4 something, not a 6/0. So is this? No, it's a mana convergence back. I highly doubt this is another golden booster. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's just a mana convergence. Interesting. The mana convergence, they seem like hmm, I don't know, it's like it's cut wrong, and I don't know if that's impacting things at all. But anyways, yeah, that's where the mana convergence are weighing a little bit, coming in a little bit less. So we start off with our Waru and Mac. It's so hard to follow up. I'm still trying to get over that golden booster there. Sakara Brew, the Spindle Muna Bastion, Martingale, Muna Druid, Mana Channeling, the Foundry Axiom Bastion, Tiny Jin, Grand Endeavor, Kraken's Wrath. Three rares this time. Teamwork Training Axiom. Normally comes from Ortis. Harvest. Normally is a Muna rare. And finally, we get a Thoth. When my expedition fails to move forward during, does create two Ortis recruits. So again, another really interesting rare there. All right, a couple more of our heavier packs, and then we'll just kind of speed through the rest. We won't worry about weighing them. Another 0.45. I wonder if the scale is just a little bit off now, because let's check this one. It's a 5/1. We'll check the 4/5 and then we'll do the 5/1. Because, yeah, this is a mana convergence back again. I know I'm calling it a mana convergence back. A few seconds ago or a few minutes ago, it was a unique foiler back, but I, I I'm not going to try to push my luck here with that. 4/5. Do our card trick and show Aphanis and Senka. Charge. Baku. The Sandman. Parvati, which we had as a unique. Asmodeus. Ratatoskr. Armor Jammer. Feels like we're coming up on it here. 5. Okay. Celestial Blast. 4. All right, and we're gonna get four rares here. So we start off with a Ganesha in faction, Tinkerbell out of faction from Axiom, an Ortis Gatekeeper. I wonder where that came from. And then finally, we get a Ride the Bifrost. All right. Mana Convergence. Waru and Mac. Didn't we just get him? Didn't we just get him? I'm pretty sure I had three of those from the last set, but Studious Disciple, I don't need more of them. Ouroboros Croupier or Croupier, I still haven't figured out which one. Hydrocana, the Hatter, Athena, our alternate art, Kaibara as Garth and Leviathan, Hooked, Ortis Spy, Dorothy Gale. We're not getting lucky in this one. Ozma, Paper Herald, and finally, we finish off with a Boom. So, like I said, that was our kind of heavy packs. We'll do the rest of these here, which are just we expect that these are all going to be like tokens and foilers, but we will do that in another video. So, hopefully you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.